Hi guys, you with Coach Lucas. We're going to be doing Pilates Align. You don't need any equipment, you just need a mat, get some water and a towel. You want to stay hydrated during the workout. So before we begin the workout, guys, let's start off with the warm-up. Let's get our feet nice, shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. Belly button drawn in, chest forward and shoulders back. So let's begin with a nice shoulder roll. Shoulders to the ears, feeling nice and tall. Feeling nice and extended through the neck and ensuring that you're nice and soft at the knees. Great. Now from here, I want you to reach down towards the right side of your leg. And while you do that, just pull the opposite hand all the way up to the rib cage and lengthen back up again. Inhale and exhale as you move through the movements and coming back. Good. Inhale and exhale as you're flowing down and coming back up again. And the last one, reach across to the other side. And coming back. Good. Now this time, soft knees, raise the hands above the head. Inhale. Exhale as you lower your hands down. Come back up again. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Good. Now inhale. Now this time we're going to stretch all the way across to the opposite side, going all the way down. Brush the floor if you can. And hold it up at the top. Let's go back in the opposite direction. Remember, soft knees. Exhale out. And coming back. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace them, chest forward and hold that stretch. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1 and release. Good. Now, as if you're hugging a big barrel around your back, I'm going to show you from the side. So you're coming, holding that big barrel, soft knees. 4, 3 and open up. Great. So now we're going to move to the floor. We're going to keep our knees shoulder width apart, toes together, lying back onto the heels into a child position stretch. And you're going to hold this position here for 4 seconds and come back into your tabletop. Let's do that once more, toes together, still keeping the knees apart and breathing in and out through your movement. Great. So as we begin our prone position, guys, I want you to make sure that the toes are grounded, neck is lengthened, core nice and tight. And I want you to extend arm and leg in the opposite direction and bringing back down. Remember, flat back, belly button drawn in and changing sides and bringing it back. Now, when you're raising your leg, remember, it's not about raising it all the way to the back. It's about lengthening all the way forward and bringing back. Inhale, exhale, lengthen. Maintain good balance and back down. All right, so you want to make sure that your hips are aligned with your shoulders. Extend your arm out and back. Inhale, exhale as we extend out and coming back in again. So now this time I'm going to combine the same movements into our bird dog and then from there taking it all the way into our kneel three. And coming back. Other side, extend. Deep breath in. And needle 3. Looking good. Don't forget to breathe in and out and hold. Guys, let's do that once more. And opposite side, extending. Feel nice and tall. And coming back through. And coming underneath for your needle 3. Now if you can, lower your hips all the way down to your heels. And coming back. Here's our last one. Extend arm and leg. And bring it back. And thread it. Excellent. Great. So now we're going to reset to our next position. Still keeping our flat top. Belly button drawn in. Moving into our push-up. So stabilize and lower yourself as low as you can. And exhale, coming back up again. Now I want you to make sure that you're locking your elbows gently as opposed to just grinding through the elbows. So it's inhaling down and exhaling up, keeping your flat back. Inhale down, exhaling out. Be aware of your elbows that they're not flaring out. Keep them behind the shoulders. Let's do another 2. Inhale down and exhaling out. Good stuff. And again, inhale down and back. So now, just to mobilize the hips, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my leg back and rotate to the side, keeping my body aligned, pulling back do the same thing to the opposite side. Extend back, raise the leg out to the side, bring it back, and in. Now notice that my hips are not swaying from side to side. I'm keeping nice and tall, head nice and lengthened. Extend the leg back, say the leg to the side, bring it back, and drive the knee back into the center. So if I had a plate on my back, the plate would not be moving. So I'm stepping back, extend my leg out to the side, bringing it back, and in. So now we're gonna combine the two movements, going into our push-up, exhale out, step back to the side, back, and in. Changing sides, down, breathe out. Step back, extend out, back, and in. So if you feel comfortable with this movement, you're more than welcome to challenge yourself by keeping your leg off the floor until you place it back down. Coming back down, tap back, keep your leg off the ground, coming in, and nice. One more on each side. Here we go, down, coming up, bring it leg to the side, bring it back, and down. Great stuff, guys. Wherever you are, just make sure that you've got enough room to move your feet. Make sure that you're feeling tall through the movements. Make sure you're also breathing through your movements, and make sure that the body is feeling nice and tall. And back, coming down for a nice stretch. Bring the toes together, knees apart. Inhale, exhale, and back. So from this position, guys, what I want us to do now is move down into our planking position. Now here, the planking position is definitely going to challenge the shoulders, lower back, as well as engaging your core and lengthening through the neck. And hold your position. 4, 3, 2. When you get comfortable, let's progress to knees off the ground. Take your deep breaths. Remember, you don't want to feel like your hips are sagging down towards the floor. Keep them in line with your back and your neck, and hold. And hold your position. So from here, guys, the challenge can be drop the knees, lift up, and hold. Bring it down. Drop the knees, lift up, changing legs, and down. So drop the knees, keeping it flat back, lengthen, and lift. Bring it down. Drop the knees, lift up, leg off the ground, and down. Drop the knees, lift up, raise the leg, bring it down, and again. So you're going to drop the knees, lifting up, raise the leg, and down. One more just for the challenge. Here we go. So drop the knees, lift, raise the leg, bring it down, keeping your upper body nice and steady. Last one, knees down, raise it up, lifting up, take it down, and relax and breathe. All right, guys, that is our prone exercise. Now from here, I'm going to take you to the side. Now it's quite important for you to be able to at least flow and feel like you've got control of your movements. I want you to feel relaxed as you move through the movements and ensure that you are working at your level and at your pace. So our lateral movements are going to start with our head resting on our shoulder and bicep. Core nice and tight, feet together, legs flexed. Now raise both legs off the ground, and the top leg raises up and down. Here you go, up and down. Opposite hand firmly on the ground, and make sure that you're not swaying forward or backwards. Nice and relaxed. Don't forget about the breathing, and up and down. Good. So the side of the body, the waistline is nicely imprinted against the floor, and you're feeling nice and stable. Good. Carry on, give me another 4. Remember, feet flexed, belly button drawn in, head relaxing on the biceps and shoulders, and continue. 2, and 1. So from here, what I want you to do, give yourself a bit of a challenge and to raise the waistline off the ground so you have a little bit of a gap. And from there, hold your position, remove the hand from the floor, and kick your legs forward and back. And 8, 7, good. Now remember, you want to watch that you're not swaying forward or backwards. So it's all about just keeping alignment, keeping your breath and balance. From your hold, cross-legs feet, back up again, 8, 7, 6, keep going, you're looking good, stay in control, 3, 2, and time. Great stuff. Position 1. Position 2, raise up, position yourself on the elbow and forearm, bend the bottom leg, top leg nice and flexed, lengthen through the rib cage, shoulder rounded. So from here, all we're doing is we're going to raise 1, 2, pull the knee in towards the waistline and take it back, and taking it up for 2, back to the center and back. Good, carry on, and back, forward. So I normally like to use my elbow as a marker as to how far forward my leg should be coming through. 1, 2, and bring it forward and back. Good. I want to make sure that my back feels nice and straight. Forward and back. Raise it up. 1, 2, and forward. So if you want to really challenge yourself, raise the hips off the floor. Carry on, one hand behind the head. So we lengthen up. 1, 2, and drive in. Take it back. Up and down. 1, 2. Good. So it's all about the alignment from the elbow and forearm to the shoulder, waistline off the ground. Raise up for 2. Pull the knee in towards you. Take it back. Last 2. 1, 2. Draw in and back. 1, 2. Draw in and back. Now it may so happen that you get tired during this exercise. It doesn't matter. Give yourself a little bit of a breather. Maybe it might be even time for you to drink some water. But allow yourself to stretch and really feel the glute on fire. And hold that stretch. Looking back for 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. So we have 1 more to do on my one side, but we're just going to give the shoulder a little bit of a rest. And we're going to continue the same movement on the opposite side. Remember, position 1, you're resting straight, head and shoulders on the biceps. Feet straight, opposite hand firmly on the ground, belly button drawn in. It's all about checking the alignment. Rest the head on the biceps, opposite hand on the ground, lifting both feet off the ground, and raise up the leg. Draw the belly button in, feel nice and tall, and top leg is flexed out. And 8. Feel the breathing. Remember, work at your own pace. There's no race with what we're doing today. You want to make sure that you feel like you're enjoying it. It's relaxed, but you're really, really pushing yourself. And 3, and 2, and hold. Good. So we're going to still keep the feet raised off the ground, with the toes. And I've got my little gap at the bottom. I've raised my waistline off the ground, and I'm kicking forward. And 8, 7. If you want to challenge yourself even more, take the hand away, place it at the waistline. Make sure you're not swaying forward and back. If you do sway, it doesn't matter. Just fall back into alignment and continue. 3, and 2, and time. Don't drop your legs as yet. Position your hand on the ground. Top leg raises up and down again. Last 8, 7, 6. Good. Good. Make sure that you've got good control of the leg, raising up and down. 2, and 1. Oh. Do you feel it? You feel that. Great. Position 2. You're on the elbow and forearm. Bend your bottom leg. Now lengthen and raise the rib cage off the floor. And top leg raises up for 2. Remember, draw the knee in towards the center line and kicking back. So raise up for 2. And draw in. And back. Up for 2. Draw in. And back. Up for 2. Go in. Some people will be saying, how can you be smiling with so much pain happening? It's like, you know what you gotta do is have a lot of control and breathe. You have no worries through the pain. Great, now we're gonna challenge ourselves and raise the hips off the floor. Opposite hand behind the head. Raise up for 2. And draw knees. And good. Up for 2. In. And back. Up for 2. Drop in. 2. Oh my goodness, guys, are you feeling the burn? Last 1, up for 2. Draw in and time. Whoa. Great job, guys. Wherever you may be, I hope you're having as much fun as I am. And I am in so much pain, but it's worth it. Right, so draw the knee in towards your chest, wrap your hand around, look back, and hold that stretch. Release. Now mind that the heel is not too close to your glute. Push away, drop down, and pull in towards you, and hold. In 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now, we're going to go back to the original side. Okay, so the original side, we've got one more exercise. Now, by doing this, we just rest in the shoulders so that there's not too much tension in the shoulders and you're not feeling too sore and too tired. So, bottom knee bent, top leg straight, starting with your hip on the ground. Top hand stretches over, 2, 3, coming down, 5, 7, 8. Stretch over, 1, 2, 3, coming down. Good, so all I'm doing now is I'm just lengthening hips off the floor, coming down, shoulders round. Give me 2 more, and over, 3, and back. Right, one more time, and over, and back. Progressing, I'm gonna go raise, the leg stays off the ground, and down, and it still maintains off the ground, and up, 2, and down, and 3, good, and over, and 2, down, and over, take it back, over, 2, back, over, give me another 1, over, 2, nice, let's do one more, here we go, and over, 2, and down, and completed. Great, that's it. That was that last set that we needed to do. So what we do on the one side, we complete it on the opposite side. So back to position, check my alignment, belly button drawn in, and I'm stretching over. Now notice my top hand is not caving down. I'm lengthening it through and keeping it straight. And coming down, 2, 3, arm on the side of the leg, over, and 4. Take it down, side, 3, over, 2, and 3. Great stuff, and over. So it's almost like doing a hip drop, but in a moment with more control. And back, and down, and 2, 3, give me 2 more. Over, 2, and 3. Nice one. Take it over. Great, let's progress. So we're gonna raise, over, and down. Leg stays raised up, flex, and raise over, and down, and over, up, 2, and down, 2, take it again, and over, that's it, and maintain your breath, don't forget, and over, 2, and down, good, give me 1 more, and over, 2, and down, and 2, wow, great. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna basically come into center, and we're gonna just stretch over to the one side, hold your position for 3, and release, same back to the other side. See me sitting like this means we're not finished, we're just getting warmed up, and we are halfway through our workout. All right, guys, so we've completed our lateral leg raises. So now we're gonna move into the supine position. Remember, at any given time when you need to drink water, feel free to do so. So this is another great position to also stretch your glutes. So I'm gonna take my one leg, place it on the opposite side, be in a position of 4, and draw the knee in and hold. So I'm gonna hold this position, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and drop the leg, change sides. Good. Now while I'm in this position, belly button drawn in, and shoulders are nice and neutral, and hold your stretch. Oh, that feels great. Hold this position. Another 3, 2, and drop the legs. All right, beginning with our basic crunch position. I'm gonna take my hands above my head. My back is imprinted against the floor. Remember one thing, you don't want to feel like you're pressing too hard. Just gently feel like the back is connected to the floor. Hands above the head. So from here, I'm gonna roll up, place my hands on my knees, basic crunch, and I'm gonna go back down. All right, so I'm just getting my body familiar with the movement that I'm gonna be continuing with, and I'm back down again. Inhale, exhale, fingertips to the knees, and back. Fingertips back to the knees, and back. Good. So from here, we can also have a little bit of fun. Take the hands out to the sides and back. So you're coming over, hands back out to the sides and back. You gotta control. Coming all the way forward, roll down, and start again. 2 more. Forward. And up. Give me 1 more. Coming over and back down. Excellent. Great stuff. Second movement that we're going to be doing, we're going to have our legs nice and flat on the ground. Back is imprinted once again. I'm going to roll all the way up. And I'm going to lengthen. All right, so as I lengthen, notice that my shoulders are drawn back and down. Shoulder blades together. And I'm going to lower down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. And gently lower myself down. Good. Coming back up again. Arms lead. And then the rest of the body follows through. Alrighty, so while I'm at the top, I also want to make sure that I can almost feel my lats opening up and make sure that my shoulders are down and rolling through my back. Down, control, and back. So if you want to, as a challenge, keep your hands off the ground. Alright, and your back pressed against the floor. And rolling up. Right up to the top. And hold your position. So I'm going to add on our twist. So the twist will come with our hands out to the sides, feet shoulder width apart, heels down and toes facing up. So from this position here, guys, I'm going to turn towards you. I'm going to follow my thumb. My thumb is now going to redirect itself and point down, and I'm going to lead straight forward. That's it. I'm going to hold. Remember, with stretching and mobilization, you just got to work as comfortable and as best as what you're able to do. I'm going to come back up again. Inhale. I'm going to exhale. As I lower down and hold position. Back is still imprinted against the floor. Arms are going to lead. Head and shoulders lengthen. Retract the spine and the shoulder blades. Twist over to the back. Remember, my thumb points down, and I'm going to lead with my head, and my hand is going to lead all the way to the front, touching the toes. Now, if you're not able to get your chest as close to your thighs, that's fine. Holding this stretch is just as good. And take a deep breath in, and exhale down. And back. And coming back up again to exhale as you come up. Lengthen, retract the scapula, turn to the side, and stretch it down. And back up again, and down. Control. This takes a lot of control, guys, so you always want to make sure that you always control the movements, hold position, allow your breaths, and flow through the movements. Remember, stretch as far forward as you possibly can. Feel the stretch in the lower back. Raise up and back down. Great. Let's do one more on each side. Control and down. Deep breath in. Exhale as you roll up. Taking it up. Turn to the front. Follow my thumb and all the way down. And hold. Come back up again. We have one more on the opposite side. Roll down. Inhale, exhale. Let the arms lead. Head and shoulders lift up. Drop the spine and stretch it forward. Hold position. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Position over and down. So if you're feeling a little bit tired, take a deep breath. Remember, stay hydrated. And make sure that at least you're not feeling too fainty. If you do feel fainty, take a moment, stop, and then continue. So, moving into our next position, I'm going to lie on my back once more. Back is imprinted against the floor. Draw my knees into my chest. Position my hands around the head. Alright, so I'm going to move into a bicycle position, so opposite elbow to opposite knee. So I'm going to start with my eyes facing you guys. So I'm going to extend opposite leg forward. And I'm going to rotate, right? So my whole rotation is not to cover my ear, but it's just to lean forward and then drive the elbow towards the knee. Switch over, switch over, switch over, switch over. What's also important as well, try to have your biceps and your arm lifted off the ground. So we're going to switch over. Switch over. And again. Switch over. Switch over. Good. Now, once you are comfortable with this movement, you can add a little bit of tempo to your style. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a pause. Now, adding tempo doesn't mean go too fast. Adding tempo means just adding a little bit of rhythm so it feels like you're really contracting. And again, let's add our tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pause. Do one more, hold it. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pause. And take a breather. Great. So from here, we're going to introduce a new movement, which is our glute bridge. Hands by your side, palms facing up, belly button drawn in, and you're just going to raise the hips up, 2, 4, and lower down gently, 5, 7, 8. Now while that happens, you got to keep the rest of the head nice and steady, neutral, body in alignment, and raise the hips up, 2, 3, 4, lower down, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, 2. Excellent. And when you get to the top, remember to squeeze the hamstrings and the glutes. Back up and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, down. Good. How's it going? And feeling good? 3. Take it down. Great. Remember, guys, keeping the shoulders down and glutes and hamstrings squeeze at the top and hold. Great. Now, one more addition that I'm going to show you guys as we move into a glute bridge. We're going to extend one leg up, heels to the ceiling, and drop. 2, 3, other side, and up. 2, 3, down. 2, 3, and back. Up. 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and back. And down. There's a whole lot of movements that we can add, but I just want to make sure that we're building up at a nice, comfortable pace so you don't feel like there's too many movements all at the same time. Good. Give me another 2. Up, 2, 3. Raise it down, up, down. One more. And raise it. Hold. And down. Great. So now once you've seen all 3 of those moves, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them all together. So I'm going to take it back to our bicycle position. Back is imprinted against the floor and knees drawn into the chest. So we're going to go for a full set of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down. Raise up for your glute bridge and down. Again. Raise up, glute bridge and down. And again. Raise up, glute bridge and down. Give me another one. Now we're going to add up with our leg. Raise up and down. Change side. And up and down. And up. Down, up, and down. And again, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Keep going, and up, and down, and up, and down. Raise the leg, squeeze, and down, and squeeze, and down. Squeeze. Give me one more. Down. Squeeze. And down. Now we're going to go into 4 of each. Here we go. Bicycles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. And raise up. And down. Raise up. And down. One on each side. And up. And down. And up. And back for 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. Hold position. And raise. Down and raise. Good. Remember, squeeze the hamstring in the glutes when you raise up that leg. And down. One more. And up. And down. Bicycle right. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold position and raise. Bring it down. And raise. Down. And raise. Last one. Down. And raise. And take it down. And tuck the knees in. All right, guys, how you feeling? And roll up. And turn to the side. Great. So our position now And holding the stretch in our child position. So making sure that the knees are out, open, toes together, arms extended to the front. And holding the position out here. And coming back up again onto all fours. Good. So we're coming up into our plank position. Bend the knees, hips back, and walk your hands back for 4, 3, 2, heels down, back straight, neck lengthened, roll up, chin on your chest, and finish up nice and strong. Turn to the front, coming down, making sure that the feet are shoulder width apart, and feeling all relaxed. You've been hydrating throughout the class, making sure that you are breathing, making sure that your body was nice and lengthened, and core nice and tight. Stretch across to the side, and back, and stretch across to your right side, and back. Great, now this time take your left hand and stretch across the chest. Hold position, 3, 2, and 1. Changing sides, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet slightly wider, toes turned out. Give me a nice side stretch. And take it over to the other side. And take it out. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Sitting down. Feet together. Hands out to the sides. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Guys, thank you very much for joining me on that workout, and I look forward to seeing you again.